Hello. Today we'll be annotating Warriors Into the Wild by Aaron Hunter. I have my book here, and I have all of the supplies. I have sticky tabs to mark up when I come across something that I want to make note of. I have notepads that are post-it notes so I can write my thoughts down instead of trying to cram it in on the page. And I have a series of highlighters that match the sticky tabs and a regular pen. I've already annotated one passage, and I'll show you to see what it is. Oh, and here is my key code. Green is for love, blue is for sad, yellow is for irritating, purple is for death, orange is for prophecies and errors, and pink is for relationships. And this is the tab that I have done so far. I highlighted this passage because I just really like the writing in this. So yeah. So I'm gonna go start reading, and I'll inform you of the annotations that I make as I go along. Okay, I stopped at page 55 to show you my tabs. I kind of went a little tab happy. So, starting at the beginning, I have this passage highlighted. I just really like the way it was stated. There was stirring in the shadows, and from all around, lithe, dark shapes crept stealthily over the rocks. Unsheathed claws glinted in the moonlight, where the eyes flashed like amber. I feel it's it's something that really draws you in to the book. And then I have highlighted the fire alone can save our clan, as that's a prophecy. And I highlighted when Greypaw and Fire were Rusty meet. I just really like how he's introduced. And I also highlighted Grey What's-It, as I always find it funny when characters from outside the clans are confused about the clan names and don't just take it in stride. And I also highlighted, the passage where Blue Star is introduced, as I really liked that introduction. Then I highlighted, you cannot live a paw in each world, which is something that has been ongoing theme throughout the books. And then I made this note about cat balls never being mentioned again after this book. And underneath, I I highlighted that you will learn what it is to be a real cat. The strength and fellowship with the clan will always be with you, even when you hunt alone. I felt that was a pretty good passage. And then over here we have loyalty to the clan is the first law in our warrior code. A lesson you must learn quickly if you wish to stay with us. As loyalty is something that's very prominent in the series, I highlighted it. And I made a note over here about there's plenty of apprentices in ThunderClan as of this moment. What would Blue Star say at the moments where there were no kits or apprentices later on in the series? And I highlighted when Longtail is introduced, as Longtail is one of my favorite characters. And I just went a little highlighter happy, as I really enjoy how he's introduced, and then the fight with Rusty. I really enjoyed that. So I highlighted a lot of the fight. And then I highlighted this passage as I felt it was important to the book. The newcomer has lost his two-leg collar in a battle for his honor. StarClan has spoken its approval. This cat has been released from the hold of his two-leg owners and is free to join ThunderClan as an apprentice. And over here I have highlighted Great Paw saying you spoiled his good looks, that's for sure. And I made a note that Great Paw is bi. He acknowledges that Longtail is pretty before mentioning Spotted Leaf is pretty. So yeah. And then I highlighted when Ravenpaw is introduced, as I love Ravenpaw. And then starting my death count with Redtail being dead in purple. And Oakheart being dead in purple. And then I highlighted this passage about StarClan. It's the tribe of heavenly warriors that watches over the clan cats. You can see them in silver pelt. And then my final mark is at the end of this section. And this was his home now. He was a member of ThunderClan. And I felt that was a very important piece of the story. So yeah. So I'll continue reading and tapping, and I'll inform you when I get more. Hopefully I won't be so tab happy because my tabs are going down real fast. Okay, I got to page 119, and this is what my tabs look like for this section. I haven't gotten as tab happy as before. And so let's get into it. Firstly, I have this note that spraying peeing a scent is largely forgotten later on in the books and said to leave a scent mark instead. Did they not want to say peeing in any way after this? And then I have we can't have the clans work together, why can't the clans work together and share their hunting grounds instead of fighting each other? Which I made a remark that little do they know that the clans will be cooperating in a similar manner in the future. And I also highlighted, you speak from the heart, young firepaw. This will make you a stronger warrior one day. And I highlighted, keep your rear down, Ravenpaw, you look like a duck, as I found that was a funny passage. And then I also highlighted, I'm more lopsided than a one-legged badger. I think I'll have to settle for hunting stupid mice. They won't stand a chance. I shall just wander up to them and sit on them till they surrender. This is also found funny. And then I also highlighted, he made his first kill. He was a true ThunderClan apprentice now, as this is character development. And I highlighted, the clan must be fed first, which is part of the warrior code, and so I highlighted it. You still stalk like a lopsided badger. Felt that was funny. Okay, I'm at page 130, which is about halfway through the book, and these are my tabs for this section. Not as tab happy as the beginning, so let's get into it. My first note is over when they're set marking the border, and it's spraying or peeing. A scent is largely forgotten later on and said to leave a scent mark instead. Did they not want to say peeing in any way after this? Then I have highlighted, why can't the clans work together and share their hunting grounds instead of fighting each other? Which my note is, little do they know that the clans will be cooperating in a similar sense in the future. I also highlighted, you speak from the heart, young firepaw. That will make you a stronger warrior one day. Then I have highlighted, keep your rear down, Ravenpaw, you look like a duck, which I felt was a funny quote. And I also highlighted, I'm more lopsided than a one-legged badger. I think I'll have to settle for hunting stupid mice. They won't stand a chance. I shall just wander up to them and sit on them until they surrender. Which I also felt was funny, so I highlighted it. And then I highlighted, he had made his first kill. He was a true ThunderClan apprentice now. And I highlighted, the clan must be fed first, which I highlighted through it being the warrior code. You still stalk like a lopsided badger. I felt was funny enough to highlight. Surprise is a warrior's greatest weapon. I felt that was a good quote, so I highlighted it. Puny apprentice, easy prey for Yellowfang. The iconic Yellowfang introduction quote. And then I have a note, our first and only mention of cannibalism. Is it too much to ask for a cannibalistic villain? And then we have, he'd never killed another cat before. Perhaps in the heat of battle he would, but a mercy killing in cold blood, that was something very different. and I have a note that says mercy killing has never been a thing. I guess it's too mature of a subject now to put in the books. And in yellow, I highlighted, he gave in to his hunger and gulped down the scraps, which kind of irritated me because he was just all thinking about, how he's not supposed to eat before he feeds the clan and everything, and then he messes up. And then I have here where they're talking about killing Yellowfang. You can tell the warrior code isn't fully developed as in this first book, as everyone is so willing to kill. And I have here, as never before, and one clan driven another from its hunting grounds. And my quote is, "Oh, how wrong they are." And then I have highlighted, well, I hope you think twice about bringing back strays into camp next time. Like I said, outsiders always bring trouble. This is the Longtail quote, which I love him. And then my note says, sorry for Longtail, Firepaw does not learn this lesson. As later on, Firepaw becomes known to bringing in strays. And then I highlighted, I have no kits by Yellowfang, as we know that that's not true. And then, so I felt this quote was a bit sad, as we know what happens with Yellowfang and kits. And then I highlighted, what on earth did you do to please Tiger Claw Fly? I caught a crow. I had these, just one was, the first one's funny, and then the second one I highlighted because crows are rarely mentioned, and it's viewed as a huge achievement to catch one. So, and then I have highlighted, you know me, quick as a mouse, as quiet as a mouse, quick as a fish, which I felt was funny. And then lastly, I have this whole section highlighted, as I really enjoyed this section, and it shows great character growth for Firepaw. Firepaw thought for a moment about last night, sleeping in a damp den. He thought about the mouse bile and the clearing away Yellowfang's dirt, and trying to please both Lionheart and Tiger Claw at once. Starting training, he remembered the teasing he suffered about his kitty pet blood, and he remembered the thrill of the first catch, of charging through the forest in pursuit of a squirrel, and of warm evenings beneath the stars, sharing tongues with his friends. I know who I am now. And that's where I've gotten to. I'll get some more reading done and inform you as I go. I finished the book, and here's a look at all the tabs that I've made. And let's start off from where I left off. I made a note here that Ravenpaw would have made a fantastic warrior, catching a crow and an adder. He would have been the clan's greatest hunter. And then I highlighted this passage, conversation between Blue Star and Firepaw, I need to be able to trust in your loyalty to ThunderClan, especially now that it looks like ShadowClan is planning an attack. We don't have room for anyone who isn't sure where their heart lies in the past or the present. I saw what life would have been like if I had stayed with the two legs. I felt happy that I had not stayed. I was proud I left. Meeting Smudge made me certain I would made the right decision. I would never have been satisfied with the soft life of a kitty pet. And I felt that was an important passage. So that's why I highlighted it. So here we are at the gathering, and the great clans are being talked about. Tiger Clan, Lion Clan, and Leopard Clan. And I made a note that they seem to be forgotten about in recent books. But yeah, they were things. And I highlighted, there is a trace of the great cats in every cat today. We would not be night hunters without Tiger Clan and ancestors, and our love for the sun's warmth comes from Lion Clan. And then I have some more notes here. This is not being reused. Plotline, ShadowClan becoming too big. At least they handled it differently in A Vision of Shadows. And I was irritated over Broken Stars saying, would you prefer to share your territory or be driven out and left homeless and starving? And my note is, I know Broken Star is evil and all, but surely there was other solutions to ShadowClan becoming too large. It is better to share our prey than to spoil the blood fighting over it. I really like this quote from Crooked Star. I really like the guy. And then don't have anything marked for a while until we get to here, where it's Yellow Fang. Firepaw, you believe I'm innocent, and I'm grateful for that. If you believe me, then others might, and a new Blue Star will give me a fair hearing. I can't run forever, I'm too old. I shall stay here and face whatever your clan decides for me. Felt that was a powerful passage. And then I had highlighted this part. There was no time for jealousy now. All the cats in the clan seemed to be united against the threat from ShadowClan. I felt that was important. Then I have this note over here. Apprentices traveling to the Moonstone as part of their training gets retconned after this book. And then over here, it is all right, young warrior, don't be afraid. It In the world above, Tiger Claw is a fearless and mighty warrior, but down here where the spirits of StarClan speak, a cat needs a different kind of strength. And my note is, I wonder if Tiger Claw saw Redtail's spirit, and that's why he was so spooked. And I have highlighted, as always, Blue Star, you're tied to your clan like a queen to her kits. I have that highlighted in blue, as it's sad as we learn what happened to Blue Star and her kits and how she had to give them up for her clan. I highlighted that she lost a life, so that goes to the death count. And I highlighted inside the nest, crouching over the terrified kits, was Yellowfang. They're okay. I'll protect them. Which I felt was a real big shift from when Yellowfang was trying to scare the kits away from her. Our kits are all safe thanks to Yellowfang. And then for the death count, I have they killed brave Rosetail, who is never mentioned in the allegiances and just dies. And also for the death count, Lionheart dies. And then what irritated me is that Tiger Claw appointed bodyguards to Blue Star, even though they think that she has more lives than she actually does. It just doesn't make sense. And I have down here, I wish to invite Yellowfang to join ThunderClan. Her actions last night proved that she was a brave and loyal. And if she wishes it, we would welcome her as a full member of this clan. I am honored, Blue Star, and accept your offer. I really like that because I like Yellowfang. And we have, bet you can't guess who the new Shadow Clan Medicine Cat is. Not running nose. Yep. But he can't even cure his own cold. That's what Greypaw said. I felt that was a funny passage. And then what irritated me over here, it was Dark Stripe, which, where do you think you're going? You don't take orders from that rogue. No cat is to leave camp tonight. I just was very frustrated with Dark Stripe as well. Well, he's evil. But also, it just doesn't make sense. And here I have highlighted it. The prophecy is said again. Only fire can save our clan. So I marked it so that it was said again. Firepaw held the menacing amber gaze for a few moments. Warrior and apprentice, for a heartbeat, their eyes were locked as enemies. I really like this passage. And then I was irritated with, do you think you're up for it, Ravenpaw? After all, you've got some pretty nasty nittle scratches while the rest of us were fighting those rats. I felt that was a bit irritating because I love Ravenpaw and he doesn't deserve to be treated so. And then I have highlighted, I watched you fight with the rats, you were quick. With the Shadow Clan warriors, you were fierce. You outwitted Greypaw on the first day we met, and you defeated Yellowfang with your cleverness too. But one day, you will meet an opponent who is all of these things as well. Quick and fierce and clever, it is my duty to prepare you for that day. Felt that was a really strong passage, so I highlighted it. So I have where Blue Star is telling Firepaw the number of lives that she has left. I made a note of what was Blue Star's motivation in telling Firepaw the correct number of lives she has left, because it makes no sense to tell an apprentice over your senior warriors about the number of lives she has left. Oh well. And Spotted Leaf dies, so that goes to the death count. And I'm irritated by the goodbye, my sweet Spotted Leaf, which goes into my note of, I still don't understand the relationship between Firepaw and Spotted Leaf. They interact like not even 10 times, and suddenly he loves her. Doesn't make any sense. Then I've highlighted the part where Ravenpaw leaves. Will you be able to find Barley alone? Yes, I remember the way. Watch out for those dogs. I will. Have you... how can you be sure Barley will welcome me? Just tell him you caught an adder once. Go. And don't worry, I'll make sure that everyone knows you didn't betray the Underclan. Or if Tiger Claw comes looking for me, he won't. I shall tell him you're dead. I really like Ravenpaw, and I really like this farewell, even though I wish he stayed a main character for the rest of the series. Then I have marked, have we done the right thing? I don't know. If we have, we are heroes and the kids are safe. If we are wrong, then we are just as good as dead. Which I felt was really good writing. And then over here I have Blue Star told me I might find a friend out here. The White Storm says, and I really like White Storm. So I highlighted. So, and I highlighted, we've come to help you, not to harm you. You have come for your kits, and we will help you rescue them. What's in it for you? We want your help to get rid of Broken Star. You have broken the warrior code and Shadow Clan is suffering. So it's that simple, is it? We just drop into your camp, snatch the kits, kill your leader, and go home. We will not meet as much resistance as you would think. I felt that was a strong passage. And then I have this passage for Whitestone saying ThunderClan warriors do not kill unless they have to. This isn't a ThunderClan thing. It is part of the warrior code. Just further proof that the code wasn't completely decided on in this first book. And then I highlight this passage. Don't waste your time, apprentice. I've shared dreams with StarClan. You will have to kill me 9 times over before I join them. Do you really think you're strong enough for that? Firepaw stared at him. His belly tightened. Broken Star was a clan leader. How on earth was he expected to defeat him? But watching the Shadow Clan cats had begun to pad slowly towards their defeated leader, snarling and hissing with hatred. They were battered and half-starved. Broken Star was outnumbered, and he seemed to realize that with a nervous flick of his tail. He crouched and backed away through the bushes. His eyes glittered menacingly from the shadows, his gaze finding Firepaw through the crowd. This isn't over, apprentice. I thought that was a really strong passage, so I highlighted it. And then we have Greypaw and Firepaw being made warriors. I have the whole passage highlighted. You have shown great courage tonight. Did they fight well, Whitestorm? Like warriors. I, Blue Star, leader of ThunderClan, call upon my warrior ancestors to look down on these 2 apprentices. They have trained hard to understand the ways of your noble code. I commend them to you as warriors in their turn. Firepaw, Greypaw, do you promise to uphold the warrior code and to protect and defend this clan even at the cost of your life? Firepaw felt something stir within him, a fire that burned in his belly and rang in his ears. He suddenly felt that everything he had done for the clan so far, all the prey he had stalked, all the enemies he had fought, had been for the sake of this single moment. I do. Then by the powers of StarClan, I give you your warrior names. Greypaw, from this moment you'll be known as Greystripe. StarClan honors your bravery and your strength, and we welcome you as a full warrior of ThunderClan. Firepaw, from this moment you'll be known as Fireheart. StarClan honors your bravery and your strength, and we welcome you as a full warrior of ThunderClan. Fireheart, I am proud to have you as my warrior. Serve your clan well, young one. And I felt that was a very strong passage, and it's a mark of that our hero has grown, and he has become an adult. And then lastly, I have this last passage highlighted, as I really liked how this book has ended. Firestar closed his eyes and recalled the dreams of his kittenhood. The cool forest scents in his nostrils were real now, and the life of a warrior stretched ahead of him. He felt unrestrained. Joy flooded him from his paws and surged through his body, and he opened his eyes with a jolt. Another pair of eyes was shining back at him from the warrior's den. Tiger Claw. Fireheart stared without blinking. He was a warrior now, but he had made an enemy of the clan's deputy, but Tiger Claw had been made an enemy of him. Fireheart was not the same naive young cat who had joined the clan all those moons ago. He was bigger, stronger, faster, and wiser. If he was destined to oppose Tiger Claw, then so be it. Fireheart was ready for the challenge. And that's the end of the book. So, thanks for joining me on my annotation quest into the wild. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.